State your name for the record.
Jyn Erso.
As the first standalone non-episode Star Wars movie, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story has a lot to live up to. But if the new teaser trailer is anything to go by, it's off to a great start. Even though it's only 1 minute and 57 seconds long, and 30 seconds of that is titles and other unimportant things, there's certainly a lot of new info and small but important details inside. Here's 10 things the Rogue One trailer tells us about the movie. Felicity Jones' character is called Jyn Erso. We already knew Felicity Jones would be the lead, but thanks to the trailer we now have a name and a little bit of background information. She's playing Jyn Erso, who's been on her own since she was 15. Does that sound familiar? And is something of a rebel, even within the ranks of the rebellion. Mon Mothma, the rebel boss, describes her as reckless, aggressive and undisciplined, and she already has something of a record.
Forgery of Imperial documents, possession of stolen property, aggravated assault, resisting arrest.
Diego Luna plays a rebel captain. We don't get as much from the trailer as we do with Felicity Jones, but the eagle-eyed among you will have spotted Diego Luna's rebel rank. That's the dice logo on his uniform. It actually shows he's a captain. Given the fact that he's present for Jyn's dressing down by the rebel leaders, could he be her commanding officer? Or does Command pair the two together for the mission in the hope that he'll balance out her more reckless tendencies? Either way, it looks like he's part of the attempt to steal Death Star plans that will film the crux of the movie, as we see him running with her later in the trailer. There's a new droid. Look carefully and you'll see there's a droid following Jyn Erso around. It first appears in the background here, and you can see it running behind her here. It looks distinctly more humanoid than, say, BB-8, and we know Alan Tudyk from Firefly is playing a mocap character. Could this be his role? Ben Mendelsohn, aka the baddie, is a Grand Admiral. Ben Mendelsohn looks like he's the main baddie in Rogue One, and the trailer has given us a few more juicy details about his character in the form of his uniform. The all-white suit singles him out as a Grand Admiral of the Imperial Fleet, the highest rank possible. There are 13 Grand Admirals in total, all personally selected by Emperor Palpatine himself. The Emperor might make an appearance. One thing everyone's talking about is this cloaked figure. No, it's not Darth Vader, but could it be the Emperor? While we have a hard time believing Emperor Palpatine would kneel to anyone, that is the Emperor's personal guard you can see. The guys in red. And there's only so many characters you can have hiding under a black cloak, right? There isn't a lightsaber in sight. Gareth Edwards, the director of Rogue One, has said that the movie is going to be lacking in Jedi, so the absence of lightsabers isn't really a surprise. But check out the two weapons in Jyn's hands here. They look like dual fighting batons. You can see them again at the end of the trailer, tied to the back of her TIE Fighter pilot's uniform. Genevieve O'Reilly is back to play Mon Mothma. Maybe. Despite her small role in the original Star Wars trilogy, Rebel leader Mon Mothma is a fan favourite. It's obvious from the trailer that the casting team have managed to find someone who's a dead ringer for original actress Caroline Blakiston. We think it's Genevieve O'Reilly who played Mon Mothma in Revenge of the Sith, but ended up having her lines cut. There's going to be lots of new stormtroopers. We already knew we were getting a new breed of stormtrooper in Rogue One, but the trailer actually shows a lot of different new species. Yes, there's the scariest shit, all black death troopers, but we've also spotted some cream-coloured stormtroopers with different helmets that are a little bit more Boba Fettish than the others. Seeing as they're not seen in any of the movies set after the events of Rogue One, it'll be interesting to see who they are and what's going to happen to them. It looks like the story starts on Yavin 4. If you take a look at the scenery surrounding the Rebel base at the beginning of the trailer, you'll notice it looks a lot like Yavin 4. Even the command centre and hangar bay look identical to scenes from A New Hope. Now, they may just be trying to recreate a similar vibe. All office spaces look alike, right? But it's probably safe to say this is Yavin 4, given that the planet was also the location of the Alliance headquarters in A New Hope. There's no mention of Darth Vader. There have been rumours flying around that Darth Vader would make a cameo in Rogue One, which does make sense when you think he's alive and kicking at this point in the Star Wars timeline. He doesn't even get a name check in the trailer, but that doesn't mean he isn't in the movie. I mean, honestly, if Vader is making an appearance, would you give it away in the very first teaser? This isn't Batman v Superman. And finally, here's something only the really eagle-eyed viewers among you will have spotted. Take a look at this scene and you'll see it bears an uncanny resemblance to the location it was filmed in. Yep, that's Canary Wharf Tube Station. So that's 10 things the Rogue One trailer tells us about the movie. Did you spot anything else? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more entertainment news, reviews, previews and features right here on GamesRadar Plus.